Hey guys, and welcome back to Catastrophe, your new favorite channel. Our discussion topic today is, should gays be allowed to get married? Now, as you might have heard, the US Supreme Court is in the process of deciding on whether or not the US government will recognize same-sex marriage. Now, gay marriage has been a debate for a long time, and until now, allowing or not allowing gay marriage was a decision of the states, such as in California Proposition 8, that bans same-sex marriage and only allows marriage between a man and a woman. But the problem is that there are a lot of benefits that married people get from the federal government, such as tax benefits, and then also, especially for university students, government financial aid. Yep, it's true. Married people do get a lot more financial aid than non-married people. And besides just financial benefits, there are a lot of other factors, such as, for example, releasing medical information to only a spouse. And then, of course, it's a big public statement of commitment and love to another person. And historically, this is also a very big deal in the human equal rights movement, because it was only about 50 years ago where many US states didn't allow marriage between people from different races. And that wasn't too long ago. So let's see, what is the problem here? Why is it that about 50% of all Americans want to deny equal rights to people who, unlike them, are not attracted to the opposite sex? So let's look at a few things, and if you're not sure how you feel about this, or if you are opposed to same-sex marriage, please bear with me, hear me out, because I'm not here to change your mind. Okay, yes, I am. Well, one of the major arguments is that the dictionary definition of the word marriage is that it defines it as a union between a man and a woman. Now, since when do we live by the dictionary? Doesn't the dictionary actually go according to us and according to our perception of a word, the common public perception? If we change, then the dictionary will too. We don't follow the dictionary. And in that case also, a gay marriage would be a happy marriage. And that's not too bad either, right? Now, another big argument is that a marriage has to be between a man and a woman because they can create children. Now, yes, it does take a sperm and an egg to make a baby, but it does not take a penis and a vagina to make a child, and it most certainly does not take a legal marriage. Many women get artificial insemination just because they haven't found the right guy to raise a child with. Or some girls that get pregnant on a drunk night out and never want to see the guy again. Or unmarried couples that decide to have children and start a family. Now, on the other hand, married couples, many married couples, choose not to have children at all, or to adopt children. Divorces are also very common, and might cause more suffering to a child than if the parents hadn't been together in the first place. Now, in terms of parenting, studies have shown that there is no difference in parenting skills between gay and straight parents. It's more important for a child to be in a loving home where they feel comfortable, encouraged, and cared for, and it doesn't matter what the gender of the parents is. Also, I think that many same-sex parents are probably able to teach their child to be much more open-minded and tactful, just because they have been discriminated against themselves. Now, one of the most commonly used arguments, and especially one that was used in favor of California's Proposition 8, is that a marriage is a sacred institution and God intended it to be only between a man and a woman. First of all, this argument is entirely based on religious views, and it pretty much says that using the term marriage means that you have to believe in God, right? People get married in a drive-thru in Las Vegas with a ceremony performed by Elvis. There's no God in that, and it still is recognized. Now, many people argue that using the term civil union instead of marriage would solve the problem because then it doesn't mess with the holiness or the sacredness of the word marriage. It's not the same. And again, marriage is not a religious thing. Maybe for some people it is, depending on their religious views. If I don't believe in God, I still consider myself married. If I want to buy a wedding dress, I'm not going to have to fill out a questionnaire that checks on my religious views, and then I have to go to the section that actually sells civil union dresses instead of wedding dresses. We don't measure the validity of a marriage based on people's religious viewpoints. So we can't use that argument as a valid point on whether or not we should allow same-sex marriage. The two things are completely separate. People who want to have a religious ceremony can still have a religious ceremony. They can do whatever they want, depending on their religion. But people who don't feel the same way don't need that. And therefore, not allowing same-sex marriage because of a religious argument is absolutely ridiculous. And it takes away from our religious freedom. Now, if your opposition to same-sex marriage is actually based on a deep down inside fear of turning gay yourself, let me assure you, it will not change your sexual orientation. If anything, it will clarify how you actually feel for reals, and that's a very healthy process. So don't be scared. Now, I strongly believe that your sexual orientation is not just a personal choice. I think I'll be gay today. So, what does the word marriage mean then? What is a marriage? And I believe that entering a marriage is a promise of trust and love and caring for each other that two people who really love each other make. It is the stabilizing of a relationship and the public declaration that those two people want to be partners in love and life. They want to support each other and be there for each other. It is much stronger than just being a boyfriend and a girlfriend. It takes a lot more commitment and loyalty to the other person. Every adult should have equal rights in every aspect, in love and life. So that's it for this week, and I want to know from you what you think about all of this. What is your opinion? And what is it like in your country or the place where you live? So please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next week. Bye!